Look at that. Hey, welcome guys to another video of Cine Eats. Today we'll be reviewing Didi and eating Pizza Hut. Guys, oh my god, I haven't had Pizza Hut in a while, actually. I don't know how long it's been. It's probably been like years since I've last had it. I got the meat lovers, and I got the burning hot wings. Look at that. Oh my god. Burning hot, alright? So I'm expecting like intensity level, alright? And I got two ranch dips, and then I don't know why I chose marinara, so I feel like that'd be kind of try something different with the pizza, you know? I don't remember the ranch. Is it? I know the Domino's ranch is pretty good too, so I'm hoping it's enjoyable. But how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? I'm so excited. I was kind of craving pizza. I don't have it too much, but when I do, I get really excited about it. All right. But before we talk about the movie, you already know. We got a feast. All right, guys, let's jump in. You see this? All right, 1, 2. Bellissima, bellissima. Good. Meat lovers is probably like the most popular specialty pizza, I feel like, at Pizza Hut. Something about that pan crust, it's so good. So soft and it's bready, but like not too much, you know. This is really good. Wow. Haven't had it in a while. I think out of all the fast food pizza chains, my favorite is Domino's. And I used to work there too, so you thought I would get tired of the food. Well, a little bit. I got a little bit tired of it, but it was always good. It was always good. Sponsor me, Domino's. I worked there for 2 years. 2 years as a delivery driver. You definitely saw some things. Tips are great. Tips are totally great. I'm gonna try the wings now. Let's get rid of that drum action, you know. Alright. Burning hot. Better be true. Alright. Let's dive in. Okay. As a kid, my favorite thing out of Pizza Hut was the wings. Yeah, this is bringing me back. No. They had the best wings in pizza food chains. Okay, I clean my wings. All right. I don't want to hear none of that in the comments. You don't clean his wings. You don't clean his wings. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that, all right? This is bomb, guys. Didi, directed and written by Sean Wang. In 2008, during the last month of summer before high school begins, an impressionable 13-year-old Taiwanese American boy learns what his family can't teach him: how to skate, how to flirt, and how to love your mom. Whew, alright guys, Didi. I've been wanting to watch this one. I'm a little late to the party, but I'm super glad I watched it. But I was able to at the theater. And I am a sucker for these types of movies, coming of age. Something about coming of age, I just feel like no matter what, like everyone connects to universally. They have to connect to it. That sense of like, you know, you're just trying to figure yourself out at that age too, like 13 years old. I remember being 13 and like discovering like oh, okay, like my friends, like who's my group, who do I belong with, you know? And that's exactly what this movie is. You got this main character who's just trying to find his belonging, you know, his sense of identity. And we see him throughout the movie, like, you know, discovering what he likes, discovering like his passion, and also like his friends. And then that's just the kind of the cycle of life, you know. The homies that you thought you were gonna be with forever since like childhood end up being strangers at one point. And then you end up, you know, constantly in your life depending, right? Finding your group of friends, you know, your crew, like either early on or later on in life. You know, that's super relatable on that front of like when it comes to like friendship, you know, the culture of high school. The culture of like the summer before high school, that was something different, you know? I gotta tell you, this movie hit. I found myself laughing, out loud. I found myself crying, like going through all the emotions. It was able to hit every beat of my being, you know, like. Shout out to those actors, that cast is amazing. Like Izaac Wang and Joan Chen. Izaac Wang's the main character. I forgot his name. His name is Chris Wang. And then his mom, the actress that plays his mom, phenomenal performance. She had one scene with him. It's like a daughter and son scene, and you know, you kind of already know me by saying that. You already know what kind of the scene is gonna be about. But it hits, even without the context. Oh my god. That scene had me in tears by the end of it. She gives such a beautiful portrayal of like just a single mother just trying to, one, figure herself out, two, as well as like her kids, and trying to be the best role model she can for her kids. And like that kind of, when it was her scenes, oh, I found myself feeling bad for her and like just kind of wanted to tell her throughout the screen like, hey, like you're doing great as a mom, you're doing the best as you can, you know? Damn, Pizza Hut. I don't know why I haven't had it. Like Pizza Hut, Papa John's. I feel like all of them are good in their own way. Like none of them tries to replicate their flavor. You know, like they're all its own thing. Honestly, with the marinara. I was gonna get a pizza melt, but thought it would be too much, you know? Cause Cause I'm trying not to over order anymore. Cause y'all know in the past video I over ordered and I didn't even finish my food, so. You know, I couldn't help myself but like really with this movie I had a lot of similar elements to mid-90s. You know, very different, which is great, you know, because there was moments where I was like, oh, it's almost like the same thing, like it seems like the same movie, but with this one I think it deals more with like his culture, his race. He's not really appreciating like where he comes from, you know, his culture with his family too. And that's part of being 13 at that age. I mean, we were all brats. We were all, yeah, just taking everything for granted. But because that's when we're coming into our own person, you know, and like that's when like puberty and like you're jumping into like a boy. Like this is me growing up, you know, and. That was very accurate, you know, because this takes place during 2008, and you know there were some things like MySpace. I didn't really get to experience MySpace and that part of the culture then, but I did experience like Facebook, you know, Facebook, and then put in like a fake year, you know, because obviously you're still too young, so it's like you would put like, oh, I was born in 1980 or something, you know. Or something, he'd be like, I was born in 1935. Yes, I'm on Facebook. Don't question me, you know? But I really like the way they portrayed that in the movie. When it comes to like the social media, like how that barely became a thing in that year too. Like YouTube popped off and it was like this internet social media age, this boom. And it's like, what is this? And of course that changes the social culture, you know, of youth. Like how do you interact with each other? It becomes a whole other thing. And that was cool. And it just got me reminiscing, you know, of like my friends then, like memories and like middle school and high school. Oh my god. Just doing hood rat stuff with your friends, like that was the time of your life, you know. No one out pizzas the hut. I don't know. That's a hot take. That's a hot phrase right there. Don't worry, I'm gonna put it in the ranch. All right, because I don't want to get called out for it. Why'd you just dip the wing in the ranch? I just like tasting it naked first, you know, and then going in for it. Oh, okay. That was quite a bit. Right there. Look at that. All right. That was the most perfect bite. where I was able to clear just one side, you know? Yeah, these wings are busting right now. Buzz! Oh, I keep thinking of those moments that the character had. Oh, wasn't Chris? I remember just remembering those moments from Chris and in the movie where he's just being cringe. You know, I'm like, oh my god, I was that kid though. Like everybody was, you know. He over here like, cause I remember what I thought was really funny, painfully obvious too, painfully relatable was like when he's talking to his crush, like on AOL, you know, and he goes to like her profile and like tries to get information from that to talk to her about, you know. So he like straight up lies. He's like, I watched the Walk to Remember, you know? That was hilarious. I could tell the people in the theater were having fun with the movie. Because like there was many people in there that were just like laughing out loud. I was one of them, but I can tell some of the older group, like the millennial age, like we're having such a great time. Like they're just so, you could just feel the vibe that they're so invested, that they're like relating to it. Like me, that was me, like that was. That's what made that experience even better, watching that movie. And that it feels personal. That's what made it so good. It felt personal. It's a simple story. It's a story that we've seen, you know, like there's a kid just trying to figure himself out, you know? And there's obstacles that are put in his way that test who he is, you know? Everyone relates to that, like I said. But it manages to be its own thing, you know? Where it could have been a throwaway coming of age, and it wouldn't have been bad. But it would have been forgettable, you know? But this one I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna be thinking about for a while, and possibly even buying when it comes out, like on physical Blu-ray. Another wing. Wing time. I remember at Domino's. Every time I would answer the phone, and they would want a specialty pizza, they would always ask for the meat lovers. But it's not really called the meat lovers at Domino's. It's called the pizza. The pizza. It was basically the same thing, but it just wasn't called the meat lovers. But we would always get those calls, and would have to tell them it's not called the meat lovers. That was a trip. When I worked there, that was such a trip. I enjoyed it though. I had so much fun. I think Domino's is like the perfect job just as you entered your 20s, you know? Because you're like, what am I doing with my life, you know? Domino's is just... Because everyone's there with that mindset. Everyone's just trying to figure... Some are still in school. Some of them are like... You're grouped up with like older people, and they're also kind of like in a whatever kind of situation, you know? That pan, after a while, fills you up, you know? It's so good. It is so good. It's what us kids call it these days.
It's busing, yeah.
Certified busing. Ooh, this is probably the biggest wing right here. Oh, look at this. Oh. I should try to hit up all the pizza joints, honestly. Like the popular ones, like I know I'm probably gonna do at some point, like Papa John's, Little Caesars, you know. I really enjoyed those scenes with his friends in the movie where when they were just interacting, you know, that felt so real. They're over here talking about the most random out-of-pocket things and doing the most out-of-pocket actions ever. Oh, I was cackling. You guys should check it out. It's really good. And I can tell, like, everyone had such a great time making that movie. You can just tell, like, if the movie's so good, most of the time you know that they had just as fun as they did in the movie, you know? You know, I'm gonna dip it in the wing sauce. So there's a little some. Ooh. Whoa. Make a grown man cry. Okay, that looks super like underwhelming, but oh, ooh, guys. I might be hitting the hay. All right. Pretty done. Woo. That's a lot. I mean, it's a large pizza. It's pan. It's a little bready, you know, and the wings. It was good. It was good. But please check out Didi, guys. It's such a great time. It's a great a movie for families. Anybody can watch it. Coming of age. I really recommend, guys. Most likely you'll like it. Guaranteed 30-day bag guarantee, alright? But thank you guys for joining me. As always, I'm very grateful. And I'll see you guys on the next episode. Alright, peace.